Look, if you're trying to do the K-drama thing where the villain asks the protagonist out, it's not gonna work, okay? Because I'm definitely not Gunjon D, neither are you Lee Min-ho.
Is that what you think this is? Me asking you out?
Why are we here?
If I wanted to ask you out, I would do it properly.
Why are you going around following me? Why are you calling my phone, harassing my loved ones? Why? What do you want?
I didn't harass your aunt. She was gracious enough to call you.
Fine, I'm here. So?
You know, between the sound of your voice and the way you speak, I'm not sure which one I like best.
Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's your favorite girl talk with Parish, and today guys I bring you another new movie. Now the name of this movie is called Tug Love, okay? And this movie is starring Maurice, Nadia Buhari, Alex Ayalogo, Thomas Onwadike, Gloria Hansen, Luciano Patrick, alongside other amazing actors, actresses, and the entire cast and crew. Okay, so guys, let's get to this movie. Now, you guys know all those probably reality and your movies whereby the harsh guy, the thug, the villain sees this beautiful girl and falls in love with this amazing young woman. Yes, as I'm even saying it, I'm even smiling. Yes, that is exactly what happened in this movie. Now, Maurice Sam is known as Idris in this movie, and Idris in the movie is like the typical villain. Like, yes, he would do whatever he has to do to get whatever he has to get. Everybody is scared of Idris. Politicians are scared of Idris. The people are scared of Idris. There was even a rumor that Idris helped in removing the past governor from his seat. Okay, that was how bad Idris was. Now, Idris has his eyes on a particular land which is owned by a lady Mrs. Uche. Now, Mrs. Uche happens to be Kaima is Nadia Buhari. It happens to be Kaima's mother's sister. Okay. So, and loves Miss Uche because after her mom died, Miss Uche was like the one who stood in line as her mother. Now, Miss Uche is currently running like a an orphanage in that same land, okay, that Idris wants and Idris is asking for. So Idris comes and is already threatening with his people that, okay, she has to leave the land and all that. And Kaima comes. Kaima is a lawyer, by the way. And Kaima comes and Kaima is telling him, no, 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 that's not going to happen over here, okay? This land belongs to my auntie and it's going to stay that same way. And normally, people that know Idris, even his lawyer, were like, Idris, see, we can do this the normal way we usually do it. If she wants to go to court, let her go to court. We'll pay up a judge and we'll get the land, we'll grab the land, and she's not going to do anything about it. But because Idris already had his eyes set on Kaima, Idris was like, no, he was taking it slow, he was taking it sweetly. And Idris even went ahead to offer Mrs. Uche 100 million naira for that land. On a normal, he would not offer anybody any single money for the land. He would just take the land and do whatever he has to do. But because he had his eyes on Kaima, he decided to like pay for the land. And Kaima still was like, no, we don't need your money. We want that land. That land is ours. You do not have the right to come here and just like grab the land when it doesn't belong to you. So Idris and Kaima were going with this their back and forth and back and forth, and yeah, they were catching feelings while they were doing their back and forth and everything. So the long and short story is Idris and Kaima, they both fell in love, but obviously, Kaima's father, who is Chief Uzo, was not having it because he knew about the reputation Idris had. He knew Idris had lots of enemies and all that. And that really came to play because the enemies Idris had, they sought to hunt Idris. But because they knew they could not get to him, you know, when the devil wants you and cannot get to you, they go to people closest to you. And they went after Kaima. And yes, they they set up an accident for Kaima, of which, yeah, Kaima lost her child because she was pregnant for Idris at that point, and she was even about to go tell her dad that Idris had proposed to her when she had that accident. Now, after the accident, Chief Uzo, along with Auntie Uche and everybody close to her, they told Idris that Kaima was dead. Yes, they told Idris Kaima was dead, and of course Idris went bonkers. He was spiraling because he really loved Kaima. He could not stand the thought that he had lost Kaima. So he went through all those emotions, and at the end of everything, he stopped the business he was doing, like the land grabbing and political business he was doing. He settled all his boys, traveled abroad, started off a business abroad and everything. Then after like I think a year, he came back and he reached out to Miss Uche to find out how she was. He was like the orphanage. He would like to like come in and help on times he could and everything. So while he was like trying to live his life and everything, even his boys came back to like say thank you to him because when he settled all his boys, they actually made use of the money that he gave them. Some started businesses, some built houses, became landlords and all that. So Kaima shows up and Kaima is trying to explain to him that, oh, she's not dead, that it was actually her dad. She was in the hospital for 7 months after the accident, and her dad made sure that nobody told Idris that she was alive or even any other person because, of course, they faked her burial. They buried like a fake body and all that. That the dad was scared that the people that were like, they came after her before, if they heard she was alive, they're still going to come back for her again. So the dad hid her. So she comes back, tries to explain to Idris. Of course, Idris was not having it because he was like, you would have reached out to me, you would have told me, we would have found a way through it. You let me go through all these emotions, you let me hurt, you let me think that you were dead. Then she too, she was trying to explain her side, telling him it was hard for her too. She couldn't reach out to him. Her dad collected her phones. Even she couldn't tell her auntie because her dad made her auntie swear that she wasn't going to say anything. And it was even hard for her because she had lost a child too, so she had to go through that trauma. And Idris also was telling her that I not only lost you, I lost our child too. That baby was, as much as that baby was yours, it was mine as well. You didn't give me the opportunity to be able to mourn the fact that I lost not just my child, but I also lost you. And they went on the back and forth and back and forth and back and forth again, again. And at the end of the day, they came back and they were like, I love you and everything, I missed you and everything. And they came back together. And of course, the dad at first was not having it because, of course, he still did not see Idris in a good light. But what can he do? Love rules at the end of the day. Now, guys, for the lessons from this movie, first of all, be a good person. Don't go about hurting people because that hurt might turn back to bite you in your ass. Now, some people believe there is no karma. Me too. I'm part of the people that actually believe that. Yeah, karma comes sometimes, but karma sometimes chooses when not to come. But at the end of the day, if you're part of those people that you're unlucky and karma comes for you just because of things you have done, then you would receive the brunt of it. So try as much as possible to be a good person. Try as much as possible not to go around hurting people because those hurts will come back to bite you in the ass. Okay. So, guys, this is where I'm going to end this review, okay? And I did a review for another movie, A Crown for Two. If you haven't watched that, please head over and watch that and watch my other movie reviews. I always put up movie reviews almost every other day, okay? As long as there is a new movie that I find interesting, I am going to put it out, okay? So, guys, this is where I have to go. I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.